Yo, Celtics Nation! First off, a massive shout out to all of you. We just hit 400 subscribers on the channel. It's unreal to share this love for the Celtics with every single one of you, and this milestone is ours. Ready to keep this train rolling? Now, let's dive into the hottest news shaking up Boston. We've got 4 updates that'll hit you right in the feels. Some sparking big dreams, others stirring up drama that could rock our future. What's Brad Stevens cooking up? And how are we going to survive without our star player? You won't believe what's coming, so grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. But first, tell me, do you think the Celtics are about to shock the world or feel the heat this season? Celtics Nation is on edge, and for good reason. The Boston Celtics are staring down one of the toughest moments in years, and a bombshell that just dropped is enough to rattle any fan. Jayson Tatum, our superstar, our leader, might miss the entire 2025-26 season due to a ruptured right Achilles tendon. Yup, that injury from the playoffs against the Knicks changed everything. Without Tatum, the road to a title just got a whole lot rougher. But hold up, because the fallout from this goes way deeper than you think, and Brad Stevens is already making moves. This injury isn't just bad news. It's a straight up earthquake. Tatum is the heart of this team, averaging 30 points a game in the regular season before going down. Without him, the big question is, how do the Celtics stay in the championship hunt? According to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, NBA execs think Boston might treat this season as a transition year. That means leaning on young guns like Baylor Shireman and testing new lineups. But let's be real, will that keep a fan base? Used to chasing rings happy, the financial hit stings too. With the league's priciest roster, the Celtics are under crazy pressure to trim salaries and dodge hefty luxury tax penalties. Tatum's injury gives them a chance to justify a less aggressive year, but that's not calming the fan base. On X, fans are split. Some say it's time to rebuild, while others are freaking out at the thought of not competing for a title. No Tatum, just tank already, one fan posted. Another fired back. I trust Stevens. He's always got a plan. Strategically, this forces a total rethink. Can Jaylen Brown carry the load solo? Or will someone like Peyton Pritchard step up big? Our defense, always a strength, could take a hit without Tatum's two-way presence. He's not just a scorer, he changes the game on both ends. His absence might let opponents exploit our weaknesses, especially in the paint. And with trade rumors swirling, the team's future hinges on the next moves. Speaking of trades, the rumors behind the scenes are wild enough to make your head spin. Is Brad Stevens about to make a bold move to save the season? Or is he playing the long game with something even bigger? And that's not even the craziest part of the day. While we're still reeling from Tatum's injury, another bombshell is shaking Celtics Nation like an aftershock. With the NBA's most expensive roster, Boston's feeling the salary cap squeeze, and Kristaps Porzingis is the name on everyone's lips as the prime trade candidate. That's right, the big man who helped us win the 2024 title against the Mavericks might be packing his bags. But why him? And what does this mean for our team's future? Per Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, NBA execs see Porzingis as the key to easing Boston's salary cap woes. With a $30.7 million salary in the final year of his deal, he's an obvious target for cost cutting. The catch? When healthy, he's a beast, averaging 19.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in the regular season. But his health is a big if. In the playoffs, he dropped to 7.7 points and 4.6 rebounds, sidelined by a mysterious illness no one can fully explain. Fans on X are torn. KP is a game changer, one shouted, while another said, trade him, he can't handle the pressure. Trading Porzingis is a risky move. He brings a unique dimension to the paint with his three-point shooting and defensive presence. Without him, we're leaning harder on Al Horford, who's no spring chicken or unproven bigs, but his expiring contract is catnip for teams looking for cap flexibility. What could Brad Stevens get in return? A steady point guard, a versatile wing, or is the plan just to clear cap space and bet on the youngsters? With Tatum's injury already forcing a transition year, maybe it's time to roll the dice. What's got us nervous is picturing the roster without him. Can Luke Cornet step up? Will Neemias Queta finally get real minutes? Our paint defense could become a liability, and teams like the Bucks or Sixers will pounce on that. One fan on X later. Out. If we trade KP, we better get a game changer, or it's a straight loss. They're not wrong. Losing a former All-Star with his potential hurts, but keeping an expensive roster without contending for a title might be worse. And just when we think we've seen it all, another name pops up that nobody saw coming. A guy who's been the heart of our rotation is now in a trade rumor mill, and the reason will blow your mind. Celtics Nation is on a wild ride, and just when we thought we processed it all, another headline makes our hearts race. Sam Hauser, our sharpshooting sniper who hits 42% from 3, is reportedly on the trade block, according to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype. Yup, the guy who became a key piece in our 2024 title run might be out the door. Why? It's not just about salary. It's a bold bet by Brad Stevens on 2024 draft pick Baylor Shireman. Genius or insanity? Hauser, who started as an undrafted free agent in 2021, won fans over with his consistency. His 4-year, $45 million deal kicking in now feels like a steal for his shooting. But with the Celtics desperate to cut costs and avoid luxury tax hits, he's become a target. NBA execs believe Shireman, who shot 39% from 3 in college, could be the next Hauser. On X, fans are losing it. Trade Hauser? Are you nuts? One yelled. Another countered, if Shireman delivers, this is a master stroke. Tactically, losing Hauser hurts our identity. He stretches the floor, forces defenses to adjust, and creates space for Jaylen Brown to attack. Without him, our offense could lose some punch, especially with Tatum sidelined. Shireman's promising, but can a rookie handle playoff pressure? His defense is a question mark, while Hauser's proven he can hang. Still, if Stevens is betting on the kid, he must see something special. Remember when he brought in Derek White? Nobody believed in it, and look how that turned out. The impact goes beyond the court. Hauser's a fan favorite in the locker room, and messing with team chemistry is always dicey. On X, one fan vented, Hauser's our sniper, you can't just replace him. But with an expensive roster and Tatum's injury pushing a transition year, Stevens might be eyeing the future. Trading Hauser for assets or cap space could open doors for 2026 to 27 reinforcements. Or is the plan just to save money now and hope it works out? What's got us scratching our heads is imagining the offense without his deadly shot. Will Shireman come out swinging? Or will we miss Hauser when it matters most? And hold up, because what's coming next is even wilder. Just when we're trying to wrap our heads around surviving without Tatum and possibly losing Porzingis and Hauser, another bomb drops on Celtics Nation. Jrue Holiday, the guy who brought balance and leadership to our 2024 title, is reportedly on the trade block. Yup. The veteran who was a defensive anchor and offensive spark might be out to ease the salary cap crunch. What comes next? Who can replace a guy like him? Rumors are flying, with names like Marcus Smart and Damian Lillard in the mix. Ready for this madness? Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype poured fuel on the fire, saying Holiday's hefty contract makes him a target for cutting. Boston's league-high payroll. At 35, his salary is a cap burden. But trading a do-it-all guy, defense, playmaking, scoring is like giving up a Swiss Army knife. On X, fans are in a frenzy. Holiday's untouchable, one screamed. Another said, if it brings Marcus Smart back, I'm in. The idea of Smart now in his final contract year, with the Wizards returning, is tugging at heartstrings. Strategically, losing Holiday leaves a gaping hole at point guard, but the list of potential replacements is juicy. Besides Smart, names like Mike Conley with his $10.4 million expiring deal, and even Damian Lillard, who's injured but could be a future X factor, are floating around. There's also Fred VanVleet, who brings defense and experience. But the most likely option? Peyton Pritchard, already on the roster with one of the league's best value contracts. He's stepped up his defense and could take the starting role. The question is, can he handle the spotlight? The impact is massive. Holiday steadies the game, locks down the paint, and hits clutch shots. Without him, our defense might lose its edge, and the offense will lean even harder on Jaylen Brown. One fan on X summed it up. Trade Holiday? You better get a star or it's a disaster. With the salary cap squeezing tight, Stevens is in a tough spot. Will he bet on a veteran or a young gun like Pritchard to hold it down? And if Lillard comes, is it worth waiting for his recovery? What's got us stressed is picturing the team without this cornerstone. Will Pritchard shine, or will we miss Holiday in crunch time? And that brings us to the grand finale. Man, Celtics Nation, what a roller coaster. Tatum's injury shook the foundation. The potential exits of Porzingis and Holiday are breaking our hearts. And Hauser on the chopping block. It's a lot to take in. Brad Stevens has a puzzle to solve. Cut costs without gutting the team. Will he lean on the young guys or pull off a blockbuster like bringing back Smart? And is Pritchard the hero we need or just a hope? I want to hear from you. Are these trades the end of the road or the start of something epic? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe.